like a shadowed legend, and in that single moment she didn't look like someone who belonged to a world. She looked like someone who could bring it to his next into next day when her instant silence was not an emotion he entertained, and feared him, negotiated with him, and died by his decision, but none had ever rendered him momentarily still. And yet there she stood, his wife, not by choice, by contract, everyone signing to his life like a clause in a blood-stained agreement. Temporarily disposable, 6 months of obligation followed by separation. That had always been the understanding. 2 months they had already passed, 2 months in which they had never exchanged a single word. He never spoke to her directly. He didn't need to succeed the grade of choosing her, but to bear whichever required her presence, and she complied without protest, without questions. Silent, polite, forgettable, or so he believed, until now, until he wrote her and strike his bedroom face with unmistakable force. obsession had overweighted loyalty, and the thought that had taken root inside him was not human, but possessive, animalistic, and the basement already had the huge coincidence. A man set chained against a damp wall, this straw where metal had bitten deep, his face still bore the red imprint of her fingers. His body trembled from pain, and the worst part, he had been taken here by the very man he once called brother. The door creaked open, footsteps descended slowly, unhurried like a approach of death itself. Kim Tae-hyung stepped in low like words, slightly disheveled, his weightless eyes dark and evil. They sharpened something almost unrecognizable. They lay in bed, staring into the dark. He tried to settle his face, something that had always come easily to him and become impossible. For the first time in his life, he understood what it means to be restless, not from stress, from hunger. Morning arrived like a missile. His eyes were bloodshot, and he slept as shadows. His jaw tightened, something he couldn't name without admitting weakness. His mission had changed. didn't hesitate. He stood there, eyes dark, controlled, lethal, letting Jack feel the full fate of crossing a man who had become obsessed with what was his. What he had claimed was nothing but a heartbeat and a contract, unbeknownst to anyone in the basement, a figure lingered in the doorway. Summoned by Jack's anguished cry, she watched her husband, a beast clogged in rage, lethal, merciless, obsession incarnate. A smile curled across her lips. Perfect choice, she thought. Her mind drifted back to the day their marriage had been arranged. Poor, naive mafia lord. He had no idea, he didn't know that the marriage had never truly been forced on her. Her parents had been forced by her to sign her away because she wanted it. You are far too innocent, my dear husband, she mused, and yet, watching him now, she realized just how far that innocence could be twisted. How dangerous it could become because the man who had once ignored her existence was now entirely consumed by her. And she couldn't help but feel intrigued. Her phone screen light up, a new message from her lawyer.